The clear messaging of that ad is the absence of a prime ministerial face, but many prime ministerial ambitions. Tehseen, did you have a laugh? Did you have a laugh despite the fact that it's poking a lot of fun on Mr. Gandhi? And do you think it gets to a kind of essential truth, Tehseen? And the truth being that parties are acting on their own trip, whether it's the Shiv Sena Thackeray faction, whether it's the left in Kerala, whether it is Mamata Banerjee in Bengal. And the Congress has been literally left quite high and dry. And you know, the BJP is entitled to make fun of that.
Yeah, in politics, humor plays a very important role. And we've seen some of the great orators, they use humor very effectively to communicate their point of view. So if you can use humor in politics, if you can make, if you can laugh at even something is your shortcoming, it's a very effective tool of communication. And nobody knows this better than Barkha, you sitting here. Vice versa. If you've done some mistake, or if I've done some mistake and I'm in politics, I would like to use humor to poke fun at myself. Shah Rukh Khan does that brilliantly. He pokes fun at himself all the time. The Wankhede incident where he said, "Mujhe to watchman ne baar nikal diya." You know, so you make fun, so it takes the sting away from somebody else doing it at you. So this is a very intelligent game, and we know that the BJP is very good at it. Again, not a fan of the BJP. I'm going to get trolled. People will say I'm a Sanghi, all of that. But look, all of it is coming true. The BJP is going to play at this strength. Even Prime Minister Modi, in Parliament in his speeches, uses a lot of humor to mock fun at the opposition. For he example, used it at Kharge ji. He said, "Ab to Kharge ji bhi keh rahe 400 par." But what has the opposition done? The opposition has not been able to strike a chord, except for Uttar Pradesh, where credit to Akhilesh Yadav, and I'm saying this because clearly the Congress in charge of Uttar Pradesh was giving bites sitting in a 5-star hotel bed. That's how he was giving bites. Akhilesh Yadav and Congress and Priyanka, they managed to salvage Uttar Pradesh. The rest of it, and Tamil Nadu is salvaged. The rest of it has been not very bright for the India Alliance, and this is truthful. I have repeatedly been coming on your show. My state of Maharashtra, where the Congress was born, my city of Mumbai, where the Congress had its first rally when Pune had the plague. Today, Shiv Sena simultaneously, like Afzal Khan, backstabs and announces seats. Shiv Sena, and I've said this on your show, lost its symbol, lost the party name. The chief minister, the honorable chief minister then, had no clue that his MLAs were being taken off by his police. He resigns on Facebook, and they decide to do this to the Congress, which is the strongest party in Maharashtra. And if the Congress, I am saying this to you on your show, Barkha, if the Congress continues in this alliance only for the sake of defeating BJP, 5 years from now when I'm on your show, the Congress in Maharashtra will be reduced to what the Congress is in Uttar Pradesh. You know what the Congress...
Hang on. You said the Shiv Sena is like Afzal Khan. We are talking about the Thackeray group. Do you believe
the Congress... Yeah, that was Thackeray group.
Do you believe the Congress should walk out of the India Alliance?
Or the Shiv Sena should take its decision back. No disrespect. People of Maharashtra, my state, don't take disrespect. My state of Congress, its tallest leader was Lokmanya Tilak. When the British told him 5 rupees and we won't charge you on the sedition charge, Jinnah was his lawyer, incidentally. He says, Swaraj is my birthright, I shall have it. Put me under sedition. He took sedition. That's my Maharashtra, that's my Congress. You don't compromise. Not with these people. They don't have a party, they don't have a symbol. How dare they? Who's stronger in Mumbai? Shiv Sena or Congress? Thane may be a different game. Who's stronger in Sangli? What is Shiv Sena's claim in Sangli? Who is their leader? Tell me 5 corporators of Shiv Sena in Sangli. Who are they? Vasant Dada Patil, Pratik Patil, Vishwajit Kadam, Patangrao Kadam. It's a Congress seat. Who is Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray group? What have they got to do in Sangli? How they come in Sangli? This is ridiculous. I am actually appalled at their behavior. I am not surprised because I told you this on your show. They will do it, and I know that they will do it. And this is not the first time they've done it. Sanjay Raut comes, sticks up to the Congress High Command, insults the state leadership. He'll act all goody. This is all a charade that they put up.
So you're saying the Congress should leave the India Alliance because I don't see the Shiv Sena taking.
No, they should. The Congress should not leave the India Alliance. The Shiv Sena should take its candidates back, or the Shiv Sena should.
You said if the Shiv Sena does not take its decision back, the Congress should leave the alliance.
Then Congress should file its candidates. If Sharad Pawar Sahab wants to come with us, come. You saw what Prakash Ambedkar did today, and I knew he was going to do it. That also I told you. This is the Congress has to realize. Don't get scared. क्या होगा? BJP जीतेगी ना? ठीक है. You are the strongest party in the state. Don't give in to these guys. Who's weakened the Congress all these years? Sharad Pawar. You think today Ajit Pawar is doing to Sharad Pawar everything Sharad Pawar ji is done to the Congress. Everything. Today I feel extremely bad at Supriya's in a difficult situation in Baramati. But this, Sharad Pawar ji never stopped when Ajit Pawar was doing this to the Congress. He never stopped him.
अब सवाल ये है that if a Congress supporter is so disillusioned with the India alliance, तो बाकी लोग क्या कहेंगे उस पे?
No, India alliance is fine. These guys and the left loonies in Kerala.
तीन तो आपने बोल दिए ना, ममता लेफ्ट एंड शिवसेना, that's 3 entities of the India alliance. They've seen.
Yeah, so again in Kerala, why was D. Raja's wife fielded? And D. Raja, when he comes to Delhi, I'm again repeating, 4 people he won't be able to get a crowd with him. 4. If he gets 4, I will change. 4 people won't come with him. And he hangs around who all his pictures will be standing next to Rahul ji or top leaders of the Congress, whereas Congress leaders are not standing. These people have to be told the Congress is a strong organization. And if that makes me feel, if somebody thinks I am pro BJP, no, I am pro Congress. But how long can we depend on others? A reasonable compromise is reached in Uttar Pradesh because there are 2 reasonable people, Priyanka Gandhi and Akhilesh Yadav. So you could reach a reasonable reason. But what is this?
I'll come to Ghanshyam in just a moment, because you may say India alliance is fine, but you've said 3 entities at least in it have acted unilaterally and gone against the spirit of the opposition coalition. Let me bring in Ashwini ji. Ashwini ji, BJP ने ad तो निकाला, हम लोग सब हंसे भी, और हंसना भी चाहिए राजनीति में, लेकिन आपके भी 2 प्रदेश में बहुत सुना था कि कोलिशन होने वाली है, राइट? पंजाब और उड़ीसा। बल्कि उड़ीसा में तो ये बात भी आ गई थी कि भाई सीट शेयरिंग की बस डिटेल्स बाकी है। अब अनाउंसमेंट दोनों ही प्रदेशों में आ गई है कि भाजपा अकेले लड़ रही है। दूसरी तरफ उत्तर प्रदेश है, वहां जो आपका प्रदेश है, वहां पे समाजवादी पार्टी और कांग्रेस का कुछ रिश्ता हो गया है। वहां पे आपके जो एक बड़े गांधी लीडर थे, 2nd जनरेशन के वरुण गांधी, वो लिस्ट से गायब है। तो ठीक है, बीजेपी मजे तो ले रही है, पर ये तो नहीं है कि आपकी संगठन में, आपके एनडीए में प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है।
बरखा जी, देखिए, जो अभी आपने दिखाया कोई मजे लेने की बात नहीं है, वो सच्चाई है, और उस सच्चाई पर अभी तहसीन जी ने एक मुहर लगा दिया, उसको इन्होंने मान लिया इस तरीके से। और हम लोग, वो सच है, हम लोग आज से नहीं, जब से ये इंडिया अलायंस का गठन हुआ है उसके पहले से, पहली बैठक के बाद से हम लोग कह रहे थे कि ये सारे भ्रष्टाचारी अपने भ्रष्टाचार और अपने अस्तित्व को बचाने के लिए एक हो रहे हैं। और यही याद कीजिए, ये लगभग सभी लोग भ्रष्टाचारी हैं जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए थे ये कहते हुए कि ये ईडी और सीबीआई हमको परेशान कर रही है, वहां से सुप्रीम तमाचा पड़ा था, वापस आए थे। ये वही सारे दूल्हे हैं। हम लोग कहते थे कि दूल्हा कौन बनेगा, बिना दूल्हे के बारात नहीं होती है। अब राहुल गांधी जी को दूल्हा मानने के लिए कोई तैयार नहीं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी दूल्हा बनते बनते जेल चले गए। कहानी किस तरीके से अभी तहसीन भाई ने महाराष्ट्र की बताई। उत्तर प्रदेश में आज देखिए क्या स्थिति हो गई है। कांग्रेस में इनके में किसी तरीके से मान मनोबल हुआ, अब सीटें जो है हो गई। लेकिन अब समाजवादी पार्टी तो 2-2 लोगों को सिंबल देकर भेज दे रही है मुरादाबाद। वहां पर जो है कौन रहेगा, एसटी हसन साहब सुबह सिंबल लेकर पर्चा भर रहे हैं पहले से, और आज जो है रुचि वीरा ने भर दिया, वो भी सिंबल लेकर। अंत में बेचारे एसटी हसन साहब को वापस जाना पड़ा। उधर रामपुर में भी, और ये कहानी कहां शुरू होती है, आजम खान जी के जेल से वो नाराजगी जो अखिलेश यादव जी उनको मनाने गए, लेकिन आजम खान जी नहीं माने। पीडीए जो बनाया है उसमें से एक खिसक गया, ए फॉर आजम, ए फॉर अल्पसंख्यक खिसक गया, और आजम खान जी का विरोध भारतीय जनता पार्टी के 80 सीटों के लिए बहुत शानदार जीत की तरफ और बढ़ गया, जो शायद एक आध सीट इनको मिल जाती, लेकिन अब 80 सीट भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेगी। अब आता हूं मैं वरुण जी की बात पर। देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी में बहुत सी चीजें होती हैं। लोकतंत्र है, आंतरिक लोकतंत्र है। वरुण गांधी जी को टिकट नहीं मिला, 3 बार हमारे सांसद रहे, हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता हैं। उन्होंने कहीं कुछ कहा? उन्होंने तो ये कहा कि मैं सुल्तानपुर में प्रचार करूंगा। 2-2 टिकट तो नहीं मिला ना। या उन्होंने कोई ऐसा नहीं कहा ना कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मैं विरोध करता हूं, या भारतीय जनता पार्टी का ने हमारे साथ टिकट नहीं देकर अन्याय किया है। आज आपने इन 2 लोगों का, एसटी हसन, नदवी साहब, मतलब रामपुर और मुरादाबाद को ही देख लीजिए तो किस तरीके से तलवार और वो चले हैं इनके यहाँ। तो ये आज यही पूरे देश में हो रहा है। इंडिया अलायंस के साथ ममता बनर्जी, उधर नीतीश जी तो हमारे साथ ही आ गए। पंजाब में आम आदमी पार्टी एक साथ नहीं लड़ रही है, ये भी दिखाई दे रहा है। स्थितियां विपरीत हैं इन लोगों के। और आज हर जो इंडिया अलायंस का सदस्य है वो इसी एड की तरह विक्षिप्त और आज आप अपने जो है आत्मा को कचोट रहा है कि कैसे हम लोगों ने ये कर लिया, क्योंकि किसी की चीजें मनसा पूरी नहीं होती है। सब लोग प्रधानमंत्री बनना चाहेंगे, सीटें कोई नहीं जीतना चाहेगा। कांग्रेस में तो अब ये तो राहुल गांधी जी को वायनाड से वहां के लोगों ने कह दिया था कि आप
जी।
वायनाड से मत
और
लड़िए, यहां
आप
तक
ये
कहा
नहीं
गया था।
आप ये नहीं
जी
बताए वेरी ब्रीफली, बिकॉज संदीप घनश्याम एंड राहुल आर वेटिंग, बहुत संक्षेप में, वरुण जी को टिकट
जी,
क्यों नहीं मिली? वरुण जी को टिकट क्यों नहीं मिली?
ये पार्टी का अंदरूनी मामला है। वरुण जी को टिकट नहीं मिलना और मिलना ये पार्टी तय करेगी। हमारे 8-9 लोगों को टिकट नहीं मिला है, आपने उस पर सवाल नहीं किया। वरुण जी को क्यों नहीं टिकट मिला, अब ये मीडिया और इंडिया अलायंस के लोग नहीं तय करेंगे, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड ही तय करेगा।
Okay, a lot to talk about. Ghanshyam Tiwari, first to you. It seems like after the hiccups, yours is the only party that actually managed to reach a kind of workable alliance on the ground at a state level. आप बाकी कहीं भी देखिए, बंगाल में देखिए, महाराष्ट्र में देखिए, Kerala में देखिए, there is a problem for the coalition, right? Are you disappointed? Today as an opposition leader, how do you keep the morale up? Because the fact of the matter is your coalition started with such pomp and show. नाम भी कई कुछ लोगों ने कहा क्लेवर है, इतना क्लेवर कि बीजेपी वाले आपको इंडिया अलायंस कहते हैं, इंडिया अलायंस कहते भी नहीं। लेकिन कहां गया वो सपना इंडिया अलायंस का?
नमस्कार बरखा, आपको, दर्शकों और को पैनलिस्ट को। मैं सोच रहा हूं कि कहां से शुरू करूं, क्योंकि अभी तक जो बहस हो रही है मुझे एक क्रूर मजाक लग रहा है। मैं अभी लंदन और जर्मनी में था, जहां पर मैं सबसे कह रहा था कि हम दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र हैं। लोग मुझसे कह रहे थे कि हम दुनिया के सबसे बीमार लोकतंत्र हैं, जहां पर एक सिटिंग मुख्यमंत्री को उठा लिया जाता है, जहां पर स्वयं प्रधानमंत्री के घर के सामने चोरी के दस्तावेज दिखाई दे रहे हैं। जो सारी सरकार एक शेर है, भीड़ में आगे खड़े कुछ लोग नंगे हो गए हैं और कुछ पिछली कतारों में खड़े शर्मा रहे हैं। ये पूरी सरकार नंगी खड़ी है। ये कह रहे थे कि लड़का दूल्हा वगैरह वगैरह। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो एक दूल्हे के साथ इस मैदान में उतरी है, इसको दहेज कौन दे रहा है? किसी ने इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड देखा है? 13,000 करोड़ का दहेज जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को दिया है, किसने दिया है? क्या यहाँ पर कोई भी तहसीन से लेकर के सभी लोग यहाँ पर विद्वान लोग हैं, उस 13 करोड़ में से 1 करोड़ भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को क्यों दिया गया बता सकते हैं? ऐसी कंपनी जिसने कभी प्रॉफिट नहीं कमाया, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 100 करोड़ देती है। जिसका ड्रग टेस्ट फेल हो जाता है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 100 करोड़ देती है। जिसने वैक्सीन बनाई, जो वैक्सीन लोगों की जान बचा रही थी, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को करोड़ रुपए देती है। जो पार्टी जो है इस तरीके के चोर, उचक्के, डकैतों से पार्टी चंदा लेती, नीचे मत टोके, आपने किसी को नहीं टोका। हम कह रहे हैं हमारा लोकतंत्र बहुत मजबूत लोकतंत्र है और हम कह रहे हैं कि इनकी ताकत है। आप कह रहे हैं मैं किस चीज से डिसअपॉइंटेड हूं? आई एम डिसअपॉइंटेड दैट इन दिस डिबेट सो फार वी आर नॉट इवन टॉकिंग अबाउट इट। We are laughing at a foolish propaganda laid out by BJP, where this is a party that has so far, they gave ticket to Pawan Singh. What is his claim? He abused every single woman in Bengal. They gave ticket to Manoj Tiwari, abusing every single woman in India. They gave ticket to Ravi Kishan, abusing every single woman in India. They give ticket to Solanki. They give ticket to Rawat from Barabanki. What are their claim to fame? Look at their viral videos. The party that has become shameless is today the poster boy of a future democracy, the largest democracy of India. This is disappointing. It does not matter whether in Maharashtra the alliance partners are coming together, not coming together. People will decide. This alliance has stood together. They stood together in the rally. It does not matter. We did not give ticket to people who have abused every single woman in India, did we? How many candidates
can I ask a question?
Yes,
can I ask a क्वेश्चन? मैं आपको कहना चाह रही थी कि इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स पर मैंने मल्टीपल प्रोग्राम्स किए हैं, कल भी एक किया, आप प्लीज उसको देखिए। लेकिन मैं सिर्फ एक सवाल पूछ रही थी कि जहां तक इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स का सवाल है, सारी पार्टीज, लगभग सारी पार्टीज
गलत। ये सारी पार्टी बोलने वाले लोग झूठ बोलते हैं। सारी पार्टी बोलने वाले लोग झूठ बोलते हैं। जहां पर एक पार्टी कोर्ट में खड़े होकर कह रही थी कि नागरिकों का अधिकार नहीं है ये जानने का कि उसको चंदा कौन दे रहा है। जो पार्टी समूचे 13,000 करोड़, बरखा, यहां कोई एक रुपए का हिसाब नहीं दे सकता कि 13,000 करोड़ भारतीय जनता पार्टी को क्यों चाहिए, जब वो सरकारी संसाधनों पर अपने अभियान करते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री क्या पैसे देकर के अभियान करते हैं? सरकारी संसाधनों पर अभियान करने वाली पार्टी, लोगों को धमकाने वाली पार्टी, लोगों को वसूली करने वाली पार्टी। हम कैसे लोकतंत्र हैं कि एक सरकार 13,000 करोड़ पार्टी के रूप में वसूल करती है और वो कोर्ट में खड़े होकर बेशर्मों की तरह कहती है कि जनता को जानने का अधिकार नहीं है, और कहते हैं चुनाव जीतेंगे, 400 पार हो जाएंगे। हमें अगर आपके प्रोग्राम का कोई इंट्रोडक्शन सुने और उसमें इंडिया को हटा के रशिया कह दे, तो रशिया में भी यही हाल है। ऑपोजिशन
Okay.
जेल में है, किसी को
Okay,
मार दिया।
let
इन्होंने भारत को एक तानाशाही तंत्र में बनाने का पूरा स्कीम कर दिया है। इनका पूर्व मंत्री कहता है कि हम संविधान दोबारा लिखेंगे। इन्हें शर्म आनी चाहिए कि बहस के खेल में ये आ जाते हैं। अब इन्हें बहस करना ही नहीं चाहिए। जब आप तानाशाही बनाना चाहते हैं तो आप बहस करने क्यों आते हैं?
ओके, मेरे जो फॉलो अप है मैं आपसे थोड़ी देर में पूछूंगी. I'll just give Sandeep and Rahul a chance to come in, and Aishwarya, I know you also have a rebuttal. Sandeep, Ghanshyam is saying कि हम ट्रिवियलाइज कर रहे हैं, हम मुद्दों को ट्रिवियलाइज कर रहे हैं इस एड को डिस्कस करके, कोलिशन के आंकड़ों को डिस्कस करके. The only story that matters right now is electoral bonds, in which the BJP has got a disproportionately high percentage of the bond money. सवाल तो ये जरूर खड़ा होता है legitimately that the entire case on which Arvind Kejriwal has been put away, and I make no claims to understanding whether he's guilty or innocent, the court will decide that. It has been based in part on an accused turning an approval. We all know now about Aurobindo Pharma, Sharath Reddy of Hyderabad. Aurobindo Pharma, this man was arrested. He then buys bonds for the BJP. He then later gives 22 crores for the BJP after he turns an approver. In all 55 crores diye hain BJP ko. Now the opposition is saying this is a subversion of fair play, and you all are sitting here laughing about a political ad. What do you say, Sandeep Ghosh?
You've done, yeah, Barka, if you want to go back to electoral bonds, then this whole debate will be derailed, but let me make 2 or 3 quick comments. Electoral bonds has several, aspects. One part was the legality of it, constitutionality of it, on which the Supreme Court has dealt with. Second part, when you're talking about who has given money to whom, this I would say to some extent is cherry picking. Because, if you really look, all these nexuses have been established in very, very tenuous way. There is places where a particular company was threatened by the local goons to vacate that state. They have paid off. Ultimately, when it's established, people initially said, no, they paid to BJP, but it was established that they paid to the local party. I don't want to name the party. It is an humongous amount. I can have an explanation that, why Serum Institute paid. If Serum Institute did a business here by which the BJP party prevented Pfizer and all, despite their so much of lobbying to come in, and Serum Institute had done it and have made money over there, and if they have, to whatever reason, those are separate points to justify. If you were to talk about the percentage of money, do you know there are 3 original electoral trusts which were formed by the Tatas, the Bajajas, and I think Wipro? What was the formulation by which they donated money? They donated money on the basis of vote share. So if you go by vote share principle, BJP has got a share. If you take what BJP has got and what the rest of the people have got, they've actually got more. And that's been the argument that BJP is not a majority. BJP is 40% and everybody is 60%, and that's how the money has gone. So I think we should not detract from there. Let's stick to the point of what you're saying about the coalition and what these things show. Any partnership, Barkha, rests on 2 principles. Either 2 + 2 has to make 5, or there has to be a legitimate quid pro quo. Now, you might say in UP, the partnership had a basis because Samajwadi Party realistically can win X number of seats, and certain seats they could not win. If Congress has a better chance of winning there, say a Raebareli or a Amethi, they can give it away to Congress and make them, a fair game of it. But in West Bengal, what does Congress bring into the table? If Mamata Banerjee gave away 5 seats to Congress, all those 5 seats Congress would have lost. In the process, Mamata Banerjee would have brought down her tally and India Alliance's tally by that many number of seats. So it does not make sense for her to give away that seat just for the sake of an alliance. So there is no basis over there. So you cannot be doing that. So therefore, this ad, though personally, if you ask me, I think it's quite OTT, and I'm not too sure, how far you go by carrying satire to that level. I personally don't take, but it has got very strong messages.
Why do you find it personally to OTT?
OTT because, I think the satire, some of it is very personalized. You could have made the same points more subtly, but again, that's a cinematography. I can't comment on the director's bit. But if you were to look at it, it makes some very telling points. The Dulha who is sitting in the center, what is the Dulha is only talking in terms of entitlement. And they're very, very clear, Mera दादी ने टाइटल दी, इन्होंने ये दी, they are just talking on basis of entitlement. Somewhere else, exactly the point Tehseen made, they are saying the other party that you don't even have, आज का दुकान में आपका नाम भी नहीं है, फिर भी आप दुकान चला रहे हो, गए बार आप किसी और का बारात में दूल्हा बन के चले गए थे, अभी तो आपका नाम पे नहीं है. So those are points, are extremely telling points people are making everywhere. So those are real. So, Ghanshyamji is talking about standing on the same stage. People stood on the same stage we saw in 2014, 2019, and again doing. That doesn't make a difference. You remember the kind of show which was made in Karnataka swearing in at that point in time, and then again people at that point in time, Chandrababu Naidu was trying to stitch in Sharad Pawar. They came to Calcutta, made a grand show of it. This time again, they did it in Bangalore, they did it in Bombay. Ultimately, a proof of the pudding is in the eating, but at the end of the day, if your whole thing doesn't stand together. So the essential problem here is, Barkha, there was no agenda. Agenda is only defeat Modi, defeat BJP. With that, you cannot go beyond it. And a last point, therefore, that's why I'm disappointed even with BJP. BJP, to some extent, they are trivializing the entire election by these kind of campaign. Because even they, in 2019, they actually had strong messages, har ghar pe, gas, yahan pe bijli, yahan pe. Today, those have become secondary. They're now talking about this kind of, if you see the today's ad, in which they're talking about English and, actually making fun, that's another level of ridicule. So I think the election is becoming quite non-serious, if you ask me.
That's interesting. That's why I always say you support the government with caveats, or you support the Prime Minister, I should say, not the government. Rahul Dev, Ghanshyam got very upset कि हम क्या discuss करें, लेकिन हम electoral bonds भी बहुत discuss कर चुके हैं. Point ये है कि मुद्दा चुनावी मुद्दा इस चुनाव का क्या है? Sandeep Ghosh, as a supporter of the Prime Minister, says the entire election has become something trivial. But actually, there are serious issues. There are two chief ministers. Hemant Soren resigned before he was taken into custody. Arvind Kejriwal, the first sitting chief minister in India, who's now talking about wanting to run a government from jail. The opposition has a, tutti-frutti kind of coalition. That is the phrase, with respect to Ghanshyam and Tehseen, that I would use, without anything binding it. And the BJP is having a good laugh. I mean, what is the central core of this campaign? Rahul Dev.
Barkha, you might recall that in our earlier discussions on the same issue, I had pointed out four sort of pillars of any political fight, like a general election or a state election. There are two armies. Unless there is some sort of parity in four dimensions: leadership, organization, agenda or policies, or a narrative. What are you offering to the people? And the last is resources. Let's forget the sort of intrinsically structural problems that this alliance, India alliance, was facing with since the beginning. It was a coalition of so many parties with very different ideas about India, different performances, different cultures, different egos, and different agendas. There were structural issues involved. It was expected that over these last few months, they will come out of those, they will paper over or sort out their differences, come out with a singular message, a clear-cut message, which would be an alternative, present an alternative to the BJP. They would also have some clarity to offer to the electorate about leadership. Leadership is one thing one can understand. Okay, we have decided to settle this issue after the elections. It's understandable. But apart from that, you have to have some parity. You have to match the other party, your rival, in resources, in cohesion,